What's up, YouTube? I got another little video for you. Just wanted to put something out there. Still not having any luck with the computer, but I did have a little story for you because I thought I had a new computer. So basically, what happened, I'll try to keep this short, but I took my computer into a computer shop when it first got broken. Basically just here, let me know what's broken, what's not broken. A couple days later, he called me. Um, I went back in there yesterday, and he said, "All right, listen. Your motherboard is broken, your video card's broken, your power supply's broken. So here's what we can do." And he basically let me trade in all the parts that were still good, and it was like $200, of stuff that was still good. And he said we can use that towards another computer that I already have in here. And he had like a refurbished desktop that original value was like $450, and I ended up walking out of there for just a couple $100. I had this $400 desktop. There was a big list on the side of this computer that had like all the like different specs, the hard drive and the RAM and the video card and all the stuff. So when I read this list, every single part on it was better than the one that I had before, right? So for a couple $100, I'm basically getting a better computer than I even had in the first place. Um, so I take it home, I plug it all in, get it all set up, and I'm downloading all my stuff. I redid like my whole little office space. My girlfriend helped me clean it out, and we got it all set up. I even ran an Ethernet cable because I was running off Wi-Fi. So I'm styling, right? Things are going well. I got this badass computer. I'm really happy about it. And then I downloaded a bunch of games. First one I downloaded was Rocket League. Played a little bit of that. It was going well. But as it got a little later on in the night, I noticed that Rocket League was running kind of slow. So I did some messing around with the settings, but I found out that they were already about as low as you could set them, graphics wise and all that stuff. So I messed around with the settings for a while, and even on like the bare minimum, like the lowest graphics, it still wasn't running like smoothly. It was kind of choppy. I messed around with like the VSync and the rendering and everything. Every option you could mess with as far as the video in Rocket League. I tried to, change it to see if it would make a difference. And even on the bare minimum of graphics, the bare minimum of video settings, it still was just running choppy. Like the ball and the cars and stuff were kind of moving, like stuttering almost. So that in itself is a big warning sign. Rocket League's not, you don't need a top of the line computer to run that game. I have a laptop, really cheap one. I think I showed it in my last video. It's like a $200 laptop. If I run Rocket League on the bare minimum of graphics, it doesn't look good at all, but it runs smoothly, right? That computer can handle that smoothly. I can still play. It doesn't look fantastic, but I can play. This computer, it was unplayable. So, okay, that's one game. It didn't really work out, but I figured let's try Overwatch. So I downloaded Overwatch. Pretty much the same problem. Uh, I didn't really expect anything different because Overwatch is, you know, to me it seems like it would take as much or more computer power to run it. Pretty much the same problem. I had to turn all the settings down and it wasn't running very smooth. So that's out, right? So then my last resort, I think, okay, so if it's not running Rocket League, it's not able to run Overwatch, let's try World of Warcraft because WoW is a very low end of the spectrum for PC hardware. Every computer I've ever owned has been able to run World of Warcraft, even if the settings were cranked down low. Every computer I've ever had was able to run it, right? It doesn't take much. There's a reason it's like that. because Blizzard wants everyone to be able to play it. Um, it doesn't take a whole lot of firepower to be able to run that game. So I tried that, I log in, everything looks good, but then I log in and I'm getting like 25, 30 frames a second. And it was like it just couldn't get it. And so my theory is that like pretty much anything used, like a car or anything like that, the parts were there, right? For, the hard drive, the RAM, all that stuff, cool, whatever. But just because the parts were there does not mean that they are working to the best of their ability. And I'm pretty sure that's what happened. I don't want to say that I got screwed because I did buy this from a computer shop. You could liken it to a used car dealership. You know what I mean? That's all this guy's doing. He's got a used computer. He refurbishes it, makes sure it's running all right, and he's trying to make money. So I don't want to say that I got dicked, or this guy intentionally screwed me, but at the end of the day, the parts that were in that computer, I know, I'm lacking as far as knowledge of computers. I don't know a whole lot, but I can tell you that the parts that were in that computer were not running the way they were supposed to. Because my $200 laptop can run Rocket League. It can run World of Warcraft, actually, just fine. So there should have never been a problem with that. But he's a pretty cool guy, so I called him today. I took the new computer back. He gave me my cash back and then my old PC that I originally took in there. So I'm out just a little bit of money for the diagnostics on the original computer, but I have my old broken one back, so nothing I can do at the moment, but I'm probably just gonna bide my time and kind of be patient with it, and eventually buy all the parts that I need and have a really nice computer. I feel like I'm saying like all the time. But yeah, I don't know. I just want to throw this out there because there is kind of like an inherent buyer beware thing with anything used, right? Whether it's off Craigslist or whatever the case, if it's used, there's a chance it's being sold for a reason, right? So I just wanted to kind of put this out there because when I went in there, this guy said, okay, we have your computer that's broken. It's still worth $170. We will put that $170 towards a new computer in this shop right now. And then we end up on this final number of like $200 for this, desktop that should be able to handle any game I throw at it, right? When he said that, he said, $200 out the door. In my mind, way back in there, I thought, that's way too good to be true. That's awesome. A couple $100, I'm back on my feet, right? It even had a, GeForce graphics card, so I could still record with the GeForce experience and stuff like that. So I'm right back on my feet. I'm right back to making videos and recording and all this shit. But in my mind, way back in there, I knew it was too good to be true, and I really should have listened to that. Because I've been in this position before. I'm kind of, I don't know what the word is, but I'm real good at spending money. Always have been. And I've been in this position before where I go to make a bigger purchase and think, it's too good to be true. But I ignore it, and I'm pretty sure I've regretted it every time. So, just wanted to put that out there, A good computer, I think at the end of the day, usually isn't going to come cheap. So if there's anyone out there looking for one or they want to build one, just be patient. You know what I mean? Because if you go buy a used desktop like I did, there's a good chance that the parts in it are just not going to perform. Most of the time, if somebody owns something and it's doing what they need it to do, they're not going to sell it. So, unfortunately, I got screwed. Not that it was intentional. I don't mean that, but just luck-wise. You know what I mean? The last desktop that I bought, the one that's currently broken, That I purchased from a really good friend of mine. I knew when I bought that it was going to perform because I'm best friends with this guy. I've known him since like fifth grade. So I had no issues there. It ran awesome. I did a whole system reset and it was a perfect computer. I broke it because of my own stupidity. So, that is what it is. But it didn't have any problems. But buying a used computer from somebody you don't know, here to tell you it's a little bit risky. And I found that out the hard way. But like I said, I took it back. I got my computer back. So, now I kind of just sit and wait. Save up a little money and, figure out what parts I want to buy. Because I'm going to have to do motherboard, processor, heatsink, video card, power supply. I mean, it's a whole list. So it's not going to happen in a day, but I just want to throw this out there. I did buy Rocket League for the Xbox just to give me something to do. So I will be able to, keep up on that, keep practicing and getting better. So that's cool. But yeah, other than that, just kind of a shitty situation. I was really happy about it at first. I was pretty pumped, but too good to be true. You know what I mean? And I should have known. Should have known when it happened that I should have listened to my instincts at the end of the day. So, yeah. Other than that, not a whole lot to talk about. I just wanted to throw that out there. So I'm not sure where I want to go from here. I still have this tower and hard drive and all that shit, but I'm kind of thinking that I might go all out with a new build and literally do it all. A new tower, a new hard drive, everything. Because the hard drive that I have is only 500 gigs, which is cool and all, but there's much better out there nowadays. The RAM definitely could be upgraded. The processor is good. It is working, but it's not like the greatest, so I'll probably want to get another one of those. Motherboard's junk, so I'll need a new one of those. The video card was actually pretty solid. It was a good video card, but that's junk. Power supply was also good, but that's junk now. So most of the stuff that I need is broken. I might just go, from the ground up, just to have that feeling of like a brand new computer. So I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do there, but it is going to take a little time to save up some money, figure out what I want to do, and figure out how nice of a computer I really want. Because for $700 I'd say is reasonable. You can have a pretty solid computer. I've already built computers with my buddy that sold me the last one. We got online and picked out all the parts, and for $700 you can have a pretty solid computer. It'll do what you need it to do. Now, if you're thinking more like 1,000, 1,100, 1,200, you can have a really nice computer. And then there's the option of, do I want to go balls to the wall and go up to 1,500, $2,000, and have top of the line stuff? It's an option because I'm young. I don't have a house. It's an option, but I'm not quite sure how hardcore I want to go. So, and I might end up going that way just in the interest of making videos, because processing and encoding videos is pretty hard on a computer. So, people out there pay a lot of money just to encode videos and just to process videos. So I might go that route. We'll see. There's still other things to think about as far as instead of just having this really nice computer, I'm still going to need a microphone. I'm still going to need software as I get further into the whole YouTube thing. There's going to be more things to buy. So I just need to be smart with my money, but yeah. Anyways, I feel like I'm rambling on for days, but yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm probably going to go play some Rocket League and just hang out for a while, but yeah, man, yeah, it's shitty. Yeah. That's pretty much it. I don't want to drone on forever and ever, but yeah, just a little warning to you guys. You know, if you're buying anything used, I don't care if it's a car, it's a motorcycle. The first motorcycle I ever bought, I had the same experience. You know, whatever it is, if you have that voice in the back of your head that says this is too good to be true, I promise you it is. You know, and I'm 23 and I still need to figure out how to listen to that voice. So, just a little warning to you guys. You know, buyer beware. If you have that weird feeling, just go with your gut. You know what I mean? You're better off just backing out. Um, so yeah, kind of sucks. You know, I have sitting in front of me maybe $500 worth of keyboards and mice and headset and a monitor and all this stuff, and I can't even use any of it. But whatever, you know, we'll get there. It's a process. It's part of life. You know, it doesn't always go according to plan, but just a little story, a little warning for you guys, and yeah, I will get on it. I'm gonna start saving up money, and hopefully, you know, as soon as I can, I'll be back in the game. But it's part of life, you know, live and learn. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you learned something, because like I said, I'm 23. I'm still trying to learn, because I'm a fucking idiot sometimes. But is what it is. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Give it a like if you like it. Dislike if you don't like it. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Subscribe. Tell your fucking friends and family. Have a good one. I will be sure to upload some videos soon as I can figure out something to record. Thank you guys.